The sun rose over the Valley of Elah. Two armies stood on opposite hills. On one side, the army of Israel. On the other, the Philistines. The wind blew dust across the valley floor. Shields trembled in neighbors' hands. Spears felt heavier than usual. Then suddenly, a giant stepped forward. His footsteps echoed like thunder. His name was Goliath of Gath. He was massive. His armor shimmered in the sunlight. A bronze helmet covered his head. A spear as thick as a weaver's beam rested in his hand. His voice boomed across the valley. "Choose a man and let him come down to me. If he kills me, we will serve you. But if I kill him, you will serve us." Day after day, morning and evening, for 40 long days, he came out and shouted, and every time he spoke, fear sprang through Israel like fire. No one moved, not the captains, not the warriors, not even King Saul. He was their king, but even he was afraid. Far away from the battlefield, a shepherd boy tended his father's sheep. His name was David. He was the youngest son of Jesse. He was not trained for war. He had no armor, no sword, only a sling and faith. One day, his father said, "Take this food to your brothers. See how they are doing." So David obeyed. He left the sheep, he carried bread and grain, and he walked toward a battlefield he did not understand. When he arrived, he heard shouting. He saw soldiers running to their positions, and then he heard the voice of the giant, loud, mocking, arrogant. "Is there no one in Israel who dares to fight me?" David's heart burned, not with fear, but with righteous anger. "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine," he asked, "that he should defy the armies of the living God?" The soldiers stared at him. His older brother Eliab grew angry. "Why are you here? Go back to your sheep." But David did not back down. He knew something they did not. He had faced danger before. He had protected sheep from lions. He had fought off bears with his bare hands. And every time, God had delivered him. Word reached King Saul. They brought David before the king. Saul looked at him carefully. "You are only a boy," Saul said, "and this man has been a warrior since his youth." But David replied, "The Lord who delivered me from the lion and from the bear will deliver me from this giant." There was something different in his voice. Not pride, not foolishness, but confidence in God. Saul finally said, "Go, and may the Lord be with you." He placed his royal armor on David. The helmet was too heavy, the sword too large. David tried to walk, but he could not. He removed the armor. "I cannot fight like this," he said. Instead, he walked down to a small stream. The water flowed gently. He bent down and picked up 5 smooth stones. 5 simple stones. That was all. Then he stepped onto the battlefield. The giant saw him and laughed. "A boy with a stick and no armor? Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" Goliath roared. He cursed David. He threatened him. He promised to feed his body to the birds. But David stood firm. His voice was steady. "You come to me with sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts. This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hands." The valley went silent. David began to run, not away, but toward the giant. The sling spun in the air, round and round. The sound cut through the silence, and then release. The stone flew, straight, fast, precise. It struck the giant in the forehead. Time seemed to freeze. The giant staggered. His eyes widened, and then he fell. The ground shook beneath him. The warrior who terrified a nation lay face down in the dust. Silence filled the valley. Then suddenly, the Philistines panicked. They turned and ran. The army of Israel shouted with joy. They charged forward. Victory filled the air. And at the center of it all stood a shepherd boy, small in size, but mighty in faith. That day, Israel learned something powerful. Your giant may look strong. Your problem may look impossible. Your fear may shout loudly. But when you stand with God, you do not fight alone. You do not need heavy armor. You do not need to be the biggest. Faith is greater than fear. And with God, even giants fall.